This video, I'm going to be breaking down the 4-3 even 6-1 disengage defense. This defense is really effective still in Madden 25 heading into kind of the latter part of the year. I think that this defense will remain probably one of the better defenses for the remainder of the year. Obviously, the edge pressure is still very capable. There's easy ways to get edge pressure out of 6-1 in this game. What I want to focus in on is a 4-man disengage blitz that can get pressure right up the middle that's very difficult to kind of deal with. So a couple tips for this. The first one is a smaller user. I have Tyreek Hill in this example. A smaller user is going to be a little bit better. And then at the defensive tackle positions, you want speed. So like I got Javon Curse here, really good, fast defensive tackle. Main thing you're looking for is speed. And then I like to do this out of cover 3 buzz, because if you do it out of cover 4 quarters, sometimes the quarters match even if you have zone drop set. So I really like cover 3 buzz, but I actually turn it into cover 4, and it just prevents those quarters from doing weird stuff in coverage. Auto flip off, auto alignment on base, option defense on conservative, and hooks on 5 for me. And the way I set the splits up is you're going to shift to the left, you're going to slant your D-line to the left, and then from there you can pretty much adjust your coverage however you want. If you want to contain, you can contain. So here we'll contain, we'll adjust the coverage like so, and we'll even show blitz out of this look. So what I like about this defense is I can stand kind of right in here. I don't want to be over here. I want to be like kind of as close to this guy as I can without being like touching him, so to speak. So I want to be like right in here. And then I'm going to hit the square button on PlayStation or the X button on Xbox, and it will allow me to hold down on my left joystick. And my idea here is basically we're just going to hit the center and then go into coverage. Now in practice mode, sometimes you can get this little bug, but in general, this is kind of the concept that you want to shoot for, and we'll show it to you again. And again, the whole idea here is trying to just engage with the center. And then once you get that engage, he's either going to get an auto shed like he just got, or he'll just come in completely free. And that's what makes this defense really good. You can do this sitting 3, you can do this sitting 4, but in general, there you see, and that happens the most of the time in game where he just comes in like that. You can also do it to the right side. So we're going to shift to the right, we're going to slant to the right, and then we're going to basically try to recreate the same idea. If you do it to the right side, as you see, he comes in. So this is just a really, really nice little disengaged defense. You can obviously then from there begin to craft different types of edge pressure that you might want to have as the edge pressure gets better with faster linebackers in this game. So you can craft edge pressures off of this, which I think is really good. And then the other thing that I think is really good is doing like a contained blitz off this right side. I think this is still a really good way to blitz in this game. You see if I can show you. You see how that tackle just dumbs out completely. So I think the best 5-man blitz comes from the right side. And then if you want to use a 6-man pressure, you probably want to do it like this. And this can potentially come in against a block running back. Sometimes it doesn't. But in general, normally this is how I like to run the defense. I forgot I can crash inside. Let me try to do that real quick so we can keep the same look. And I'll block a running back here, and you'll see, able to get that pressure. That time we got A-gap. So, just simply shifting to the left is the way that I like to run the defense. And then I like to either slant inside, blitz all linebackers, and send 6 like this if I want to send some heavy pressure, and, we can get double pressure. Or I'll send 5, and the way that I like to send 5 out of this is I'll shift to the left, I'll slant to the left, and then I will blitz this linebacker off the right side, and I'll QB contain. And the beauty of this is you don't have to engage here. And what happens is this contain will typically just loop around the tackle. The one thing you do need to do is take a quick step to the right, and I'll just show you how we could do that. So, basically this would turn into kind of a cover 3 cloud here to the left. But essentially, if I'm standing, kind of in this area of the field, I'm just going to immediately go out into coverage on the right side. There you see the contain loops the tackle, and you're able to get the pressure sending 5. And then once they start to block, I'll tie it in. Once they start to block a running back, that's where, you really want to try to get this 6-man pressure. And that normally something's coming in. Normally something's coming in if you send 6 out of this. And then from there, once we get a max pro or anything like that, then we'll get back in this 4-man and be able to send this 4-man at them pretty consistently as well. So this defense is just fully equipped with good 4, 5, and 6-man pressure systems. decent coverage, symmetrical alignment, good against the run, pretty much great against the run. So 6-1 still remains a top level defense in Madden. Thanks for watching the video. If you guys want to check out my entire 6-1 defensive ebook, you can join our school community at the link in the description.